What's up, party animals? Manny Lore here with another Study Minute presented by Fantasy Cruncher. And again, I got 3 topics for you. First, Showdown MLB. It's Thursday. There's one game on the slate. There's tons of money to be made if you play correctly. I'll give you some Showdown tips, see if we could start off on the right foot once we get back. Topic number 2, NFL topic number 4, game stacks, baby. My favorite, I run it every single week. I'll show you how. And topic number 3, DK's The Series and FanDuel's Summer of Free Stuff. Both sites offering a bunch of free things. We'll run through the whole thing, see what we can get for free, absolutely free. All that and more on the Study Minute, baby. Let's go. MLB is back. We got it. One game. It's finally here. Dude, I don't even play Showdown, and I'm about to get in these Showdown streets just because I need some action. I need something to do every day. I've just been gaming all day, man. Bunch of team fight tactics, Apex, ranked, whatever. Finally got MLB back, and I think I'm just going to join Showdown. YOLO. Who cares? I'm about it. And I'm going to dive in. There's some great tournaments. Honestly, there are some great tournaments for Showdown. Houston versus Texas. I'm about it. Again, I have no issues. Let's go straight to the lobbies, man. $150? Okay. $100? Okay. And a $12? Okay. The $12, by the way, 15,000 entries. These things are massive. A $50K to first. By the way, I know it's a showdown, and say on NBA, there'd be a ton of ties. There were in the playoffs for the most part. There's 9 players on each team. I can't imagine there's going to be that much overlap, right? I don't know. Anyway, the 1.5 utils or captain or whatever they call it is huge, right? So here's my tip, and this is how I would differentiate myself. Whoever's the highest projected guy, no matter what, they are not going in my captain spot. For me, I think the captain spot should always be the guy that hits a home run, and that would be better. Anyway, pitchers are way overpriced. Guys, Lance Lynn is $15,900 in the captain spot. I don't know about you, man, but Lance Lynn is good. He's all right. He's been better. He's been great this season, but especially if everyone's going to go to a pitcher. For me, it's especially if you're making MME lineups and you're throwing in 100, dude, max ownership at like 50 and just get a ton of the bottom of the order guys, plug them all in, have unique lineups to where you're by yourself, and if you win it all. But if you're going to try and hold hands to the finish line, by all means, boo-boo, you go play something else. You turn this hobby upside down and leave it right there, dude. Don't play. There's different ways to do this. I think the captain's huge since it holds so much value. Get someone that is not on anyone's radar. Very easy to do in baseball. It was difficult to do in basketball, right? Because it's such a projectable sport, especially when you get down to the playoffs and guys like Kawhi and Steph are playing 40, 45 minutes. But in baseball, they all are going to get 3, 4, 5 at-bats. Any one of them could hit a home run or a double dong, and that could be your guy. Get away from the top guys. And if you could find some ownership percentages for Showdown, that's the way to do it. Throw the 3 or top 4 out the window. Captain the next 2 or 3, make 50 lineups each if you're making 150, and let it ride, baby. Hopefully you have the right captain, and you could take down some money. That would be my suggestion. That's probably what I'll do. And I'm just being straight up honest. I'm going to forego the top guys, go to the bottom guys, make them captain. Topic number 2. NFL tip number 4, and this one's my favorite. It's the one that I personally use the most. It is the reason for my success in football. I'm not lying. I don't hold anything back. At least on this podcast, I'm going to give you the basics of what a game stack is and how I make them in Fantasy Cruncher. So we'll go straight into it. If you remember the last few topics, right? Topic number 1, how I eliminate the bottom of my pool and kind of limit the players that I'm going to use. Topic number 2, we covered stacks, I believe, right? Topic number 3, we did groups. And topic number 4, I'm going into game stacks. So this is going to combine the last 2 topics into one, right? I'm going to go straight into the advanced options again once you're in Fantasy Cruncher, and I'm going to go to position stacks first. I left the last two rules we mentioned, and I'll read them off to you guys. It's stack QB with at least 2 running back, wide receiver, tight ends from the same team. That means he at least has 2 pass catchers with him. Pass catchers, keyword. I also limit running backs from the same team to 1 player, right? I don't want Sonny Michel and James White. I think only one of them can be with Tom Brady. That's probably James White. For a game stack, apart from just having these rules, and this is very important because you could have multiple rules set in, right? Apart from just having those 2 rules, the same QB, I also want to be stacked with at least 1 player of, again, running back, wide receiver, tight end, from opposing team. And then I'd add the stack rule. So all our lineups have to fulfill these rules in order to come true and be in our 150, at least in my case, or however many lineups you're going to make. So 3 rules we have so far. This is the latest one we've done. We need to stack our QB with at least 2 pass catchers from the same team. We need to limit running backs in the entire lineup to 1 player from the same team. Can't use 2 running backs from the same team. And then the third one, which we just implemented now, stack a QB with at least 1, could be a pass catcher or a running back, from the opposing team. I will go a step further for you guys. We went over groups and how to do groups. Again, I'm going to keep the same New Orleans one here, and I'm going to add Drew Brees, Mark Ingram, just the guys that would be in there. Ted Ginn, Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara, I'm going to put in. And I'm going to leave these guys here. I'm going to key Drew Brees. Have at least, and I'm going to put 3 for this occasion. What you will do in this case, since New Orleans played Dallas on this slate, I'm going to go to that group and also start adding Dallas guys. The Dallas guys I would want coming back. So that would be Cole Beasley, I think, would be one. Amari Cooper would be another one, and Zeke would be the other guy, right? Since Zeke would be heavily involved on one side. I think that is a pretty decent game stack, right? Again, there are going to be way more players, way less players, depending on the game you use. But for the most part, the rules should be set in that every single lineup stacks a game, if this is what you want to do. And then groups could just let you get a little more concentrated with who you want to play within those stacks. They go hand in hand. I've always said it, this is my edge in football. I've given it away, at least 99% of it. And hopefully you guys take it to make some money this season. That was tip number 4. Tomorrow we'll go over some ownership stuff to wrap up the week. And that'll be your NFL beginner week. 5 tips that I actually use every single week in NFL. No lie, you have my word. Topic number 3 and the last one for today's pod is DraftKings the Series FanDuel Summer of Free Stuff. Anything you can do, I can do better. Right? DraftKings comes out with this. All expenses paid trip, anyone? That's the headline, at least. Play in any. I wonder if I can play. Well, I can't play 25-cent contests. I'm not allowed in those. But if I could, play in any MLB contest between July 11th and 14th to be entered into a free sweepstakes to attend playoff baseball in October. Okay, so if I play a 25-cent, what if I play a free contest? Does this work? What happens if I press click here to opt in? It'll just take me to the lobby. Oh, good job. Good job, DraftKings. Anyway, they show you what you can get, right? A series game, VIP trip for 2. The National League 1-game playoff, VIP trip for 2. And the AL 1-game playoff, again, VIP trip for 2. I think they pay for your hotel. Oh, look, right here. Travel, hotel, and tickets all covered. That's pretty cool, right? I think that's pretty cool. So not like you guys weren't going to play, but I'll remind you, go play. And then FanDuel, Summer of Free Stuff. Hey, we're giving out over $100,000 in free prizes through 7/21. I don't know, man. It feels like I just can never win a sweepstakes. Every time I hear that online or on TV when I was younger, you'll be entered into a sweepstakes. It felt like the biggest fraud, right? It felt like no one ever. I don't know a single person that has won a sweepstakes. That's like the most fraudulent word ever. Anyway, giving out over 100K, that sounds more enticing. Not going to lie. Today's prize, a 10K MLB free play for all. Batter up. What? How are... Okay, so... All right, this is also a fraud, man. They're going to 10K you to death. And there's going to be a free 10K contest per day until they reach 100, in which you have one entry. There's going to be like 50,000 people who join this, and we probably won't win. Hey, at least it's free money, right? At least it's free money. Why? I'm not complaining. 20,000th. If you finish in 20,000th place, you still get paid 25 cents. Hey, it's 25 cents you didn't have, man. Don't be greedy. 25 cents you didn't have. And if you play the Manny Max and those quarter contests, get in there, man. Definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Thank you guys for listening, man. Another great pod. I love this one. Time flies when you're having fun, and I'm having a blast. If you could rate, like, and subscribe, that'll mean the world to me. If not, just join me tomorrow, and we'll do it all over again. Thank you for joining me.